Okay, we're not gonna wait that long. I already got it open up and everything. Let's switch over. Oh, how's it going, everyone? So we're continuing on with where we left off in the last video, which is just tackling the gauntlets now. That's gonna be all tonight. Probably just gonna be worried about the hand bit and maybe the intersection, but everything else I can wait until I'm ready for it. Yeah, let's get this started. Probably gonna be doing a lot of retop work, and luckily since it's just the fingers, I can just complete this one and this one too, and I'll basically be done with that. I did have the inside of this, but I want to kind of make these fingers, I don't know, either come out a little bit more or it'll be a little bit straighter. Hopefully y'all can hear me, because that was a problem earlier today. Flex these fingers back out. Trying to see if I need to make these smaller or not. I guess not. Delete those. Gizmo tool. And these are just here for reference anyway. Make this one smaller. Did I ever do the thing I wanted to do? Let me see. Change this to metal. Yeah, I did. Right. I want to leave this on like a nice golden color or bronze copper. Gold. There it is. Make these just a tad bit more squished. For certain things, I like using the regular transpose tool rather than Gizmo. Let me bring up my concept art just so I can look at that as well. One thing I do want to do though, since I'm thinking about it now, is just play around with the shapes here. This. to still pull these back up. So let me do that right now. I'm gonna mask off the entire body, but then I'm going to go to one of these subtools, turn these on. Even though I need to fix those up. And with that selected, have the gizmo open. You just make sure it's somewhere off I can see. Then what is it? Oh, and click this button right here till you see a 3. So not everything that's not masked off will be able to be pulled. And that feels a little bit better. Let me just turn these off again just so I can see. That's pretty cool. I do want to play around more with like the silhouette of this piece, just because it looks so off from straight on. I do have symmetry on, so hopefully it's working as needed. And this also might just take a lot of trial and error as well. Because like it reads as flat, but then flat isn't dynamic enough for me. Zoom into these bad boys and play around. Oh man, starting off early, huh, Mr. Graham? What's going on? Oh, what's going on, Carpe? And you know what I mean by starting off early. First thing you post is about mud, but this is a family, what is it? Peach polish. Thank you. This is honestly just gonna be a real chill stream. You're right. Yeah, I was actually debating whether or not I was gonna stream tonight or if I was just gonna do like a little Discord thing, but I kind of forgot until much later. Thought I'd just pull it out there, you know. If anyone wanted to do some art together, we could have. I know we have a community art day on Saturday this time around. So if you want to join that, that's going to be off stream. Nice chill spot. And we're just going to be talking games, movies, and that sort of thing. Chapatulas. Foil, oil, boil, orange, sink corner. It's definitely I know what you're talking about. It's certain New Orleanians. New Orleans. I forgot how to say that word now. But I think that might be because of the music. Chapatulas? That's the name of a street in New Orleans. Yeah, it's a weird looking word, man. So I don't expect anyone else to be able to say that. But most people from New Orleans say foil as fall, like having an R in it or something like that. Earl, that's how you say oil. Burl. Yeah. See, I know my people. There's a couple more like that though. Creole, French, and Haiti. Yeah, that's the reason why I have so many speaking problems now. It's just because I'm training myself to sound like everyone else. Just because they wouldn't understand me otherwise. So even though I don't have like the furl, burl, and stuff like that, I still have like I elongate words that shouldn't be elongated and stuff like that. And I also say stuff like that every 3 seconds. There used to be a time when I didn't used to do that. I took a speech class in college that trained that out of me, and it was perfectly fine for about 4 5 months, maybe even more than that. It might have been like 2 years now that I think about it. And then someone I knew from Louisiana came into my life, and then I never went back. Look at this. Let's move these fingers back into place. It's nuts. If we think about it like that, I could do like a servo. Where are you from, Mr. Grimm? Or you, Carpe? Nah, I used to have this thing with my roommates where they kept trying to make me say, what was it? Baby, strudel, bacon. There we go. Awarded. Boy, if he could see me now, he would be so upset that I finally said that word. After about 3 years of living together. Oops. Turn that back on. Oops. Turn that off. He might have been, honestly. He was all into like old school rap music. He was from Lafayette, Mississippi or something like that. Does this even have it? It does have that. Okay. Let's go back to this. I realized I said old school rap music, like Master P is that old. Mississippi, Philly, North Carolina. Man, you've been around. I guess so. Take this real quick. Let's do a quick. Guess that this means I'm getting old now, man. Because I kind of want to have these as giant plates. No, stop that, man. $89 and $90. What made you decide to want to get into game design? So, ask some questions like that right now. Hey, we can talk about some deep stuff. We can talk about some surface level stuff, like what's your favorite color? You know, whatever's good for you. It's a late night, so I'm okay. I'm all ready to go. One of the things that matter the most to me is just like people's passion and stuff like that, what makes them excited to get up in the morning, you know? We'll do Nightbots. We'll do. Is it not selecting these points? Okay, it is. Nah, I feel that. Yeah, no, it's weird reading the statistics on that sort of thing. I know you weren't there for the day of the Black History thing, but from what I read, that there's only 3% of African American people inside the game industry, even though we make up one of the largest percentage of people that play video games. Like, it's astounding. Like, I think we're either first or second in people who actually play video games. You know, but I was in a similar boat as well, where it allowed me to be away from my situation and stuff. It allowed me to escape my situation and become something more and fuel my passion for art. And then I went down this whole thing of wanting to become a director and stuff. And then someone was saying how, yeah, no, you could do that sort of thing in the game industry, even though my cousin was saying it way ahead of time back when I was like 10 or something, saying how it's going to be in game design. But yeah, man. Yeah, like, I'm working in a studio right now, and that's fine and dandy, but I do know, like, this isn't going to be my final goal. As much as I love the people there and stuff like that, this will not be the last thing I do, mainly just because I don't like being told anything. But yeah, no, man. What was that first game that really, like, yeah, this is it for you, man? For me, it was either Metal Gear Solid 3 or Jak and Daxter 2. Let me see when both of those things came out. Let's see if they came out around the same time. So those games came out within the same year of each other. So, and I would have been 10. So like, it was right on the money. And that's not what really set me down the path of game design, but just knowing that I love video games. Dude, I just heard a rumor that Metal Gear Solid 1 might be remade by Bluepoint. And if that's true, I'm gonna have to call some people up. Just kidding. Even though I really wish they would remake 3, I guess 1 is good too. This one? Yeah. Okay, what happened to my fingers? I didn't delete anything, did I? Oh crap, I deleted it. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate that off and then go back in the history of this. Don't know when I would have did that. Okay. Yeah, I see. I'm just going to delete this one now. No, my mom was definitely an artist herself. She did more dance inspired art and stuff. It's like she runs her own studio and everything down in New Orleans, called Season Center. And she completely pushed me in the way of art, or just being true to who I am as a person. Let me this art polish this. And pump this up just a bit. Want that going on? Not really. Oh wow, man. Mom was gifted. Okay, let me get started with retop on these real quick. And I'll do the insides a little bit later. And you can retop this anywhere. Typically like to stay in ZBrush if I can. She's stubborn. This off for a bit. Back to this. I guess I can turn everything off except for the fingers. It's just not too many things. Yeah, I completely understand that. Why pay someone else type of mentality. Yeah, for the games that me and my friends, McCallick and Songs of Cat, um, we've been trying to push that a lot as well. Like every single game idea that we've had, we made sure that it was a different nationality or, you know, just a different kind of background and stuff. And I really wish, like, I really want these games to be made, even if they're on a smaller scale of what we imagine and stuff, just because it just changes so much, you know, having that a different perspective um, out in the world. Not this. Apology. Do this super simple. Or even if it is like something that has been on the screen before, at least make it so that it's not the typical variant of that. This is a triangle. Yeah. Why didn't that go? There we go. Put another line through that at the end. No point in doing it now. Oops. I have quite a few personal projects that I like to do as well that are a little bit more conventional, I guess, or after playing whatchamacallit the other day with y'all, I kind of wanted to make a similar style game. What's the name of it? GTFO? Yeah. But instead of first person, it will be third person, top down, but with more stakes than the regular top down and stuff like that, and have different characters with different abilities, but that's all still grounded, because I really did like the feel of that. This is just a regular thing, but this is a triangle. I do remember Aliens from I've seen that before, and yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. But I've definitely been more into cooperative games as of late, whether it be like just the quarantine that's going down, or you know, just other reasons. Honestly, my only problem with Get Out was that it was so hard uh, with just 3 people, and I feel like okay, the game should scale for how many people you have in it. Of course, 3 should be the minimum because it would make sense to do 2-player Get Out, but I guess it could still be that. Yeah. But I'm looking forward to us playing again. Yeah, and as far as Kevin, he's getting some things squared away on his end. So hopefully pretty soon we'll start being able to play more games with people in the Discord. And I should be trying to stream a whatchamacallit pretty soon as well. An actual game. Okay, that seems to be good enough. I'll make this as adaptive skin, turn the resolution down to 0. All right. Like I'm pretty sure. Like if I am playing a co-op game, I'm gonna ask people before, so I'll send it out in the Discord. Like, hey, I'm thinking about playing this. Would you mind being on stream? That sort of thing. I doubt. Like I said, I doubt I'm playing Cyberpunk on stream. That might be just a me game. And especially since I know a lot of streamers are going to be playing it. I don't feel like trying to fight with those numbers. I'd rather just do my own thing. Okay, that's been made into. Forgot to cap it off. You know what? I don't care. I can cap it off myself. Or should I should just do it the right way. What? Isn't it a reason? Isn't that supposed to get away? Okay, fixed it. Let's actually merge these together. This is the only downside to do this in ZBrush. Like sometimes it's just hard to get it to act right. Yeah. And I still want to be a primarily art streamer anyway, with gaming on the side. Get some nice quads in here. Ooh. No. No. It would not be fun for anyone. Solid 4 minutes of just yelling at each other. Shit, this is gonna let me do smooth. I guess I'm just gonna do it here. I need to see what my friend Urban is doing. Not talked to him in a while. Okay, now that that's better, hopefully adapter skin works. Preview it. Let's preview it solo. Yeah, that's good enough. Let's just append this back into the mesh. Don't really need this anymore, so I'm just going to delete it. Hopefully I don't need it. And I will quick save it. Since Nightbot hasn't yelled at me in a while. And now I'm just gonna do some stuff like this. Add some internal shapes here, just to keep the shape. Then I'm just going to give this all a thickness. You could use the dynamic subdivisions, but right now I'm just going to use the edge loops, panel loops, turn these all down, just adjust the thickness. Why are you going inward? How did, what? If I did all these at the same time, how's this one backwards? Okay, and flip, morph. This should not have a morph target. Let's and ZBrush be weird sometimes. And then I'm just gonna crease polygroups, which is inside the geometry tab. And then I'm using my crease brush. And I'm just going to crease all these edges that I want nice and sharp. Yeah. So all these bits. All right, and I'm going to make the inner finger as well pretty soon. And using dynamic subdivision, I'll always press yes. I can see what it looks like. Of course, I'm going to use what's that thing called? Okay, so this has sharp edges on the outside as well. I'm going to use the smooth modifier so I can change how sharp these edges are. And I'm going to exaggerate these right here so it makes a nice curve. I could also throw in some extra edge loops if I really wanted to, which I probably will. For working with armor and stuff, is it easier to work on multiple angle rendering like a blueprint or from actual art? Guess I'm kind of confused by your question. Is it easy to okay, I got it now. Blueprint is usually easier for mechanical things. You know, so especially if it's man-made, it's just a hell of a lot easier to pick something apart, and then you can check it. Even though I don't do it as much of bringing in like my reference picture into the background, you can obviously do that and check the size and stuff like that. Like I said, if I was actually on the job, I'll probably wish to have a blueprint. That way there's no ifs, ands, or buts when I'm creating, if it's like that or not. And that's only more true when you get into more realistic stuff, like if you're working on COD or something like that. I need to stop saying something like that. I need to find a new filler word other than that. So I'm gonna keep trying throughout these videos to figure out what that is. So kafafe is going to be my new filler word until I can think of anything else. You know, I don't need that one. Yeah, and if you take it from that standpoint, it becomes a lot easier for you. So you already have a leg up. Because I use programs like Marvelous Designer that heavily rely on having an actual pattern for your garments and stuff like that. Dang it. It heavily relies on garments or patterns that you find online, so you can take that into your into that program, set that up, draw on the pattern, and then just begin snapping everything together. Now, it isn't exactly one-to-one, and you still have to take your artistic eye to it, but it gets you a step closer. I wonder if I should pull these out more. Let's do that. Maybe I need to use transpose. No problem. Any question I can answer, I'll try to. I know a lot of people out there try to hoard their knowledge, which is funny to me because I know that if you're working in this industry, most likely you learn from someone on YouTube or some tutorial. It's not all self-taught. Self-taught is more like no one gave you a syllabus, but someone still kind of told you the information. Let's do another crease here. You can also add edge loops too if you wanted to do a more traditional workflow. Anything at all. I'm gonna start making that a what's this thing called? Channel point goal. So you can ask me any question and I will answer it truthfully, except if it involves other people. Does an object that has all its components replaced remain the same object? No. I'm gonna go with that. It is not the same object anymore. See, that's good. That's good, real good. For it is lost its essence, so it is no longer the same object, but the similar object with the facade of the original. It's always like the question in Cyberpunk of like, how much are you willing to augment your body and stuff? Or like, would you replace your entire skeleton, you know, fingers and all that stuff? Yeah, probably would. Hey man, it could be just like Deus Ex though, where it's a lot worse. I'm trying to think what happens in Deus Ex. Mankind Divided. Heterological word is a word that does not describe itself. It's heterological to describe itself. Yeah. Are you even looking these up right now? I'm also just confused by that statement of a word describing itself. Yeah, like how many words actually describe themselves? It's all lies. Words have no meaning. Okay. That's looking pretty all right. I'm going to go back over these using my deformation tool, so they're not going to be as ugly looking in a minute. What? Why is that doing that? I should not do that. There it is. Okay, that's good enough. And now using the deformation, like groups, just to snap a crease on it. Pull everything in here. Keep forgetting to do this just in case anyone runs by and they see me working on absolutely nothing. That's good enough. Yes. That seems better. But I might want to add just a tiny bit of shifting. Tiny bit more lift. And the only reason I'm looking at these so heavily is just because I know I'm going to repeat them for all the fingers. So I might as well spend that extra time making them look right so you don't have to change them up later. Why is you broken? Oh no. I didn't add a crease here. Creases on here. I could have sworn I did it to all these bits. Alright, what's another hard-hitting question y'all can ask me? This not work either. Got you. to smooth that out later anyway. Okay, so now that that's better, let's bring these back up like before. Someone who shaved and cuts. The barber's barber. His mama. She grabs the bowl and goes around with some scissors. Okay, now let me just play around with these crease modifiers. So turn that to 2. Doing this to like 3 or 4. Let's do that. That seems pretty decent. Play around with some of these shapes before. Call this part done though. And even though I don't like these, I can smooth these out. You've been giving this too much thought. You remind me of that one meme from the show I don't watch. Oh man, it's super popular. There's a dude named Sheldon in there. You know what I'm talking about. Like I said, I don't really watch the show. I may watch like 1 or 2 episodes, and I'm like, okay, this is a okay show. And then find out later that's super popular. I was like, okay, didn't know that. Wouldn't have guessed. There's no Boy Meets World, I'll give you that. That show had heart. Mr. Feeney. Feeney? If someone says they always lie, are they telling the truth or lying? Guess they're lying then. And that would mean that they are telling a lie. So that means that they tell the truth. Yes, see the conundrum. Okay, let's make this taper off at the end. Take that. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Have to bring it down here. Goddamn, Andrew Ryan came in my head just now. There are no gods, only men. Yes. What'd you coin lay? I was in the right. Particularly, how can we know how free we do not know? One of the main ideas of fatalism all moving towards a predestined thing, even though we do not know. And everything that will happen has happened already. They also use that as a thing for deja vu. This feeling that you've done something before, something that's completely unique, and yet you still feel like you've done it. That's one of my other things that I was deeply into as well, was sociology. Just the sociology and psychology, just the understanding of people and behaviors at one point in time. Thought about it for a really long time of like, oh, should I do this? And then I just kind of ended up saying, well, as much as that interests me, I would prefer not to think about that 24/7, you know, but instead just listen to people who have done that, you know. And if anyone hasn't looked up those talks, you definitely should. Even though a lot of it does start sounding redundant after a while too, or they all sound like stoned men. Is it at it? I like two. I forgot. There's one really inspiring person to me and stuff, but again, he does sound like he's just getting stoned 24/7 and then coming out on stage and talking for 3 minutes and just leaves y'all with like, yeah, y'all think about that. All right, I'm going back to my tent. Okay, that should be okay for now. Why is that still in? Oh, don't need this on. Let's turn these off for a second. This on. Trying to think more about that stuff. There was like a real huge talk about morality and the perception of morality, and how, you know, if you were to take the two kids who were fresh out the womb and then lead them to their own devices, would they still come up with the idea of morality? And it was just a basic question of that. But I really just love the positions they took. I'm going to find it, put it in the Discord. Oh, I have seen that one before, of saying that he is not omnipotent if he cannot control that. Yeah. It's a self-defeating prophecy, unless he gave himself the will to do the other thing. But then if he's given himself the will to do the other thing, then he is no longer that. Yes. I saw that a long time ago. Why does she look so wide down there? I guess it's the FOV. This press D. I spent the last hour making this one finger. Gosh. Thing. Oh, it's not. I guess I could just grab these and change them up a bit if I wanted to. Let's try that. Let's duplicate these off, move these, turn these into basic polygons, and then just finagle them. You know, I never did find that that thing you suggested during the last stream, Grim. Most likely because I'm stupid and I wasn't looking in the right place. We were talking about frequently asked questions, and I can get Nightbot to kind of set that up. I guess I might as well just have it all on screen whenever I actually do that. Right, thank you. Sorry for making you work. I try not to. Plus, this was giving me some good time to learn. You said you used to be a mod for Discords, huh? For several. And you also said you used to stream. DJ Night. What you used to stream? Just games and stuff? Man. Wait, huh? Oh, okay. It's the side of the finger. As you're saying that, I'm punching over. I don't feel like listening to this song. I need to find some more whatchamacallit as well. Copyright free music. Even though it doesn't matter that much, I still like to pretend like it's a good finger. Thank you for that as well. Since this one doesn't really have that stuff, I can take that out. C remesh. C monolith, that's what I'm looking for. Just take away these points. I can also just delete those as well. I'll just add one in between there. Did I go all the way to the... Oh, okay, no, I didn't. And just stitch this to the middle. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll check it out. Time is it? 11 o'clock. So I'm not gonna be streaming for too much longer, just because I know I have to work in the morning, and I don't know how much work I have to do. Actually, just kind of really glad I got off today at a reasonable time where I wasn't tired. Might go check out somebody else's stream, like one of my friends, Tapper. Let's... I wonder if we can go find a, whatchamacallit person, another artist then. I actually been wanting to start doing that more often as well. I'll just like, you know, getting to know the art community a little bit more. I'm probably gonna fix these up more when I get the other pieces in there. Let's delete this part. Yeah, like I know the basics of that. I just don't do it. I do want to learn, but I was always nervous about that, to do that on stream, just because it'll be a lot of me watching videos, right, to make sure it's perfect. And I don't know how much that is frowned upon, or if I should care. How do you rate people, by the way? It's one of the things I haven't looked up. I've had like 2 people raid me once before. Page polish. You know what? I might just look it up later. Thank you. I really am treating this thing like a second job now. Mom will be so proud of me. My boss, not so much. And this page has absolutely nothing on it. Oh, there we go. Let's do a soft exit, and I'm gonna come back because I want to kind of sculpt a little bit more, but I don't think I feel like doing any hard surface stuff. So this is the end of the first video. All this stuff is for YouTube, so don't really worry about it, people who are watching right now. Yeah, all we did was the finger parts. Next video, we'll continue on with the fingers, doing more the paneling and stuff like that. And I will create the middle sections of the fingers. And we'll try to get to this big area to start retopping that as well, which is going to be a lot of piping and stuff going into the main part of the hand. I'm gonna try to figure out how I want this to connect up. I think I have an idea, but it will all depend on how quickly I can get that done. And we'll see about just trying to getting this gauntlet done this week, that sort of thing. So if you don't mind, just go take a look at all the social elements I have. I got Twitter that I hardly use, Instagram that I use a lot. I have the YouTube archive, which you're probably on, and I have the Discord group that y'all guys can join and have fun talking to the community of artists and stuff. All right, and I'll catch y'all guys in the next one.